feels safe, doesn't it? Staying where you are, doing what you always do, avoiding anything that feels uncomfortable. There is no pressure, no fear, no risk. Just peace, ease, and familiarity. And that is exactly why it is dangerous. Because what feels like safety is often the biggest trap of your life. The comfort zone is not a place where you grow, it is a place where you slowly stop growing. It convinces you that everything is fine, that you have time, that you can start later. It whispers to you that there is no need to push yourself today, and you believe it. You tell yourself you will start tomorrow. You delay your goals, ignore your potential, and choose what is easy instead of what is necessary. Not because you are lazy, but because comfort feels better in the moment. But comfort has a hidden cost. Every time you choose comfort over effort, you are choosing to stay the same. Every time you avoid discomfort, you avoid growth. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin to build a life that feels safe, but goes nowhere. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. And one day, you look back and realize that nothing has changed. Not because you didn't want to change, but because you never left the place that was holding you back. The truth is, your comfort zone is not protecting you, it is limiting you. It keeps you stuck in the same habits, the same mindset, the same routine. It makes you feel secure while quietly stealing your potential. And the worst part is, it doesn't feel like a problem. It feels normal. That is why most people never escape it. Not because they can't, but because they don't realize they are trapped. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect motivation, the perfect plan. But that moment never comes, because growth does not happen when you feel comfortable. It happens when you step into discomfort. And until you are willing to do that, nothing will change. So the real question is not whether you want success. The real question is, are you willing to leave what feels safe to become who you are meant to be? Because if you stay where it's comfortable, you will stay where you are. The reason you stay in your comfort zone is not because you are weak. It is because your brain is designed that way. It is built to protect you, to keep you safe, to avoid anything that feels like a threat. And discomfort feels like a threat. Anything new, anything challenging, anything uncertain, your mind sees it as danger. So it pushes you back into what feels familiar. It tells you to relax, to delay, to stay where it's easy. Because easy feels safe. And safe feels good. That's why scrolling on your phone feels better than working on your goals. That's why staying in bed feels better than waking up early. That's why avoiding hard tasks feels more comfortable than facing them. Your brain rewards comfort. It gives you instant pleasure for doing easy things. Small bursts of satisfaction that make you feel good in the moment. But what it doesn't show you is the long-term cost of those choices. Because every time you choose comfort, you strengthen the habit of avoiding discomfort. And the more you avoid discomfort, the harder it becomes to step out of it. It becomes a cycle. You choose comfort, you feel good for a moment, then you delay again and again until avoiding effort becomes your default behavior. And slowly, without realizing it, comfort turns into a cage. A place where you feel safe, but also stuck. The problem is not that comfort exists. The problem is that you stay there too long. Because growth only happens when you do what feels uncomfortable. When you push yourself, when you take risks, When you step into uncertainty, that is where change begins. But your mind will always try to pull you back. It will give you excuses. It will create doubt. It will make you feel like you are not ready yet. And if you listen to it every time, you will never move forward. That is why you have to understand this one truth. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It is a habit. And like any habit, it can be broken. The most dangerous thing about the comfort zone is not that it feels good. It is that it slowly destroys your life without you even noticing it. It does not hit you all at once. It does not create sudden failure. Instead, it works quietly, in the background, making small changes that seem harmless in the moment, but become serious over time. Every time you choose comfort, you delay your growth. Every time you avoid effort, you weaken your discipline. Every time you say, "I'll do it later," you train your mind to accept less from yourself. And this is how it starts. Not with a big mistake, but with small daily decisions. Decisions that feel normal, decisions that feel easy, decisions that don't seem like a problem at all. But those small decisions begin to shape your life. You stop challenging yourself. You stop improving. You stop pushing your limits. And slowly your potential starts to fade. Not because you lost it, but because you stopped using it. The worst part is, you don't feel it happening. There is no warning, no alarm, no moment where everything suddenly feels wrong. It just becomes your reality. A life where you are busy but not progressing, comfortable but not fulfilled, safe but not growing. And one day it hits you. You realize that you are in the same place you were months ago, maybe even years ago. Your goals are still dreams. Your plans are still unfinished. And the life you wanted is still far away. Not because it was impossible, but because you stayed where it was easy. Comfort slowly replaces ambition. Distraction replaces focus. And excuses replace action. And before you know it, you are no longer chasing your potential. You are just maintaining your current life. That is the hidden damage of comfort. It does not destroy you instantly. It keeps you average. And being average feels safe, until you realize how much you have lost. At some point, you have to make a decision. You either stay where it feels comfortable, or you step into a life that demands more from you, because nothing changes until you do. The truth is simple. Growth will never feel comfortable. It will feel hard, uncertain, and sometimes even painful. You will doubt yourself. You will feel resistance. And there will be moments where you want to go back to what feels easy. That is the test, because every time you choose discomfort over comfort, you are choosing growth. Every time you take action despite fear, you are breaking the limits that were holding you back. It does not require a big move. It starts with a small decision, doing the task you have been avoiding, taking the step you have been delaying, showing up when you don't feel ready. That is how you escape. Not in one moment, but in daily choices. You don't need to change your whole life today. You just need to do one thing that your comfort zone is trying to stop you from doing, and then repeat it again tomorrow. Because the more you step into discomfort, the stronger you become. What once felt hard becomes normal. What once felt impossible becomes easy. And slowly your comfort zone expands. You become someone who takes action, someone who does not wait, someone who moves forward no matter how they feel. And that is when your life begins to change. Not because things got easier, but because you became stronger. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for motivation. Because if you stay where it is comfortable, you will stay where you are. But if you step out, even for a moment, you step into a completely different future.